Here's a video showing one of the many versions you can make with 48 sheets of this pinwheel origami fold. It's essentially a cube with 8 little cubes on the outside. And if you don't have origami paper, I'll put at the end of the video a way to make your own square paper that's really easy. You fold it by hand, which is what's done here. So you're going to need to make 48 of this fold. You want to make sure everything lines up perfectly. See how that goes right in there? And then the last part will be tucking those tabs in. And the 48 sheets here, you have 24 of 2 different ways that you fold this. So the basic cube, which is that, you're going to do 24 of. But I'm just going to show you how to make one section that you're going to do 8 times. And so each section is only 6 sheets. So there's 3. And then the other 24 you do, you only fold one end. And then corner to corner. And 3 of those. It's kind of nice to take a step back to doing 30 and 48 sheet tutorials. I mean, some of the stuff I've been doing, 8,000 pieces of paper takes you over a month working full time. All right, so you have these 6. First thing you do, connect the 3, making half the cube. And then all you do is use the folded part to complete that with the other 3. Even this design, there's so many variations you can do to expand it with different base folds for each section. This is just kind of the simplest version with the best pattern, which is the pinwheel. All right, so there's 6 sheets, and it's essentially one little corner. And I'm gonna fast forward it while I do the rest. And I'll continue talking as I put it together at the end. So the part I just sped up for was only about 5 minutes. And I said 8 of these. Here's 7. Because the best way to do it is to put the last section in one at a time. You can make it a lot more efficiently and tighter if you're able to access the inside. So assembling it is quite simple. You're just going to take every point and put it inside another one. So start with 2 pieces total. And see, you're going to build the top part with 4. So this one will go in twice more. And then the last one the same way. It's bound to come apart a little bit because it wants to kind of pull away from itself. But the completed form, it all holds itself in the right direction and keeps it together. So now that the 4 are in, I'm just going to take a second, get it as tightly as I can. So I'll do the same with every edge and then readdress that center. And see the form there, how much better it comes together doing that. And that's what the inside of it looks like. So then I'll add one more. Here's the first one I did, and here's the second. So it's kind of the same thing, just tightening it up the best you can. And there's two sections left, so I have the loose ones I'll put in individual at the end. But I'll finish putting this here on, which is the 7th of the 8 corners. And at this point, you can barely access the center. But yeah, it's looking pretty good. So here's the last piece. I'll put these 3 plain squares to the side for the last step. And first I will do each 3 of these the flat way to complete the last 3 squares. I say square because that's what the shape that is. It's like the center cube of 6 squares that don't line up edge to edge. Now there's so many 48 sheet ones you can do, but of the base ones that are all perfectly symmetrical or spheres, this is one of my favorites. Not just to make the design concept of the center cube kind of coming out at every corner. All right, so you have all 3 of those put, and the last thing you're gonna do is finish this corner. And the final one. And there you have it. And here's the video of me scaling and tearing my own sheets if you don't have square paper to begin with.